Creation of models. We are discussing the models in detail so that you would be able to use not only in your sentences but in your daily conversation also. We are doing should, ought to, and used to. We have learned similarity between should and ought to, and the difference between should, ought to, and used to. Then we were doing should and ought to. Now you know that ought is a model and it is never used without to. Ought with the perfect infinitive is used to express a duty or a sensible action that was neglected. In Hindi, we say chahiye, and when we say how to express the meaning involved in the use of ought to, we say that ought to shows moral obligation. And one thing is important that ought is always followed by to and then verb's first form. Let us take this example. Malini ought to have started at once. At once. I advised her so. Ought to होना चाहिए था. शुरू हो जाना चाहिए था जल्दी. I advised her, but she did not, and she had got there too late. Now, for you, I have made a match the following so that you could feel how to use ought to. I ought to have gone. From here, you read all the options in the house, in the hospital, to see, to the funeral, before they can, to be here in time. Okay. So the speaker is saying, I ought to have gone to see Mr. Devraj last week. Fine. Then he died this morning. So 5 are left in the house, in the hospital. They have to bring to that will be making some amends before they can remove the body to the cremation ground or to be here in time. So he died this morning in the hospital. They have to bring the body. Two completed. Third, I must go. Then two we have already completed. Matched. Third, I must go this one to the funeral that will be making some amends. Fine. I ought to have gone to see. Then I must go to the funeral that will make some amends. His three sons ought to be present. His three sons ought to be present in the hospital. This in the hospital, they have to bring the body home. Then they have to come by plane, and only two are left, this one and this one. So his sons ought to be present three sons ought to be present before they can remove the body to the cremation ground. Fine. They have to come by plane to be here in time. And his wife, feminine gender. So, his wife ought not to stay. It will be here in the house all by herself. So, let us repeat. I ought to have gone to see Mr. Dhanraj last week. He died this morning in the hospital. I must go to the funeral. His three sons ought to be present before they can remove the body. They have to come by plane to be in time, and then last one. So remember, ought to is used to express a duty or a sensible action. Now let us read these sentences about Christopher, who is a young, enthusiastic but foolish angler. Why didn't Christopher avoid going to much frequented lake just outside the town for his Sunday fishing? Why didn't he take the trouble of exploring the countryside for a lake or a stream that was not visited by other anglers? Why didn't he take his umbrella with him when everyone could see that the sky was overcast? Um, then, why didn't he take shelter under the large mango tree near the lake when just as he cast his line there was a heavy downpour? Why didn't he go home when he got drenched to the skin? And the last, when he finally got home, why didn't he try dry himself, have a hot drink, and go to bed? Now, we have these sentences before us. Now, you rewrite these sentences in the affirmative form. Fine. First using ought to and then using should. Means they all are in question form. You have to make the affirmative sentence and then using ought to and then should to make the meaning clear. Now, how? Christopher. Why didn't Christopher avoid? So, we are using it ought to first. So, Christopher ought to have avoided going to the much frequented lake. Then the rest of the sentence will be as it is. Why didn't he take the trouble of exploring? Christopher, now we are be using pronoun after the first sentence because pronoun is used in the place of noun when that noun is being used again and again. So why didn't so Christopher ought to have taken the trouble. Fine. Then rest of the sentence as it is. Why didn't he take his umbrella? He ought to have taken his umbrella. Why didn't he take the shelter? He ought to have taken shelter. Why didn't he go home? He ought to have go home. When he finally got home. When he finally got home, why didn't he dry himself? So here we will be converting this sentence. He ought to have dried himself. Have a hot drink, rest sentence as it is. Means why we are doing this exercise to show that we are using ought to express a duty or a sensible action. So here, whatever the mistakes he committed, we are changing. That is why we are using ought to for with so that we could make the sentence what he should not have done. And then again we can make the same sentence with should also, like Christopher should have avoided, he should have taken the trouble, he should have taken his umbrella, he should have taken shelter, he should have gone home, and the last, he should have dried himself. So a moral obligation, a sense of duty towards himself in these sentences, and we have shown that feeling, that attitude by using ought to and should. Now, used. Now we are coming to, we have done ought to, should. We are now using used. Remember, ought and used. They are always, remember, always followed by to, and it is always used in the past tense. Use as an adjective must be distinguished. See, used to. Used is here the past participle form of verb use. And remember, you must make the difference between past tense as an auxiliary, past tense of used, okay, used, and used as an adjective must be distinguished. Remember, when we are using used as an auxiliary, that is the past tense, okay, and then remember, when we are using used as an adjective, it is past participle. Fine. I want to tell you one thing. What is angler here? Foolish angler. Who is angler? Angler is the person who goes for fishing with line and hook. Now, uh, see again. Used is used in the past tense, used as an adjective. There is a difference. So the former means here used as an auxiliary verb, is always followed by to and is an infinitive. Remember. And at the same time, remember, this is very important, it expresses a discontinued habit, means which you used to do but not now anymore. Not now anymore. A common mistake is a common mistake is to use the past tense after to. The common mistake which we in the beginning of learning models we usually make is to use the past tense after to. See, this is, I tell you, is the silliest mistake one make, and that is to use second form of verb after to. I used to lived in Bombay. This is a very common mistake. Remember, to is always followed by verb's first form. So I used to lived in Bombay. That is totally wrong. Then I used to live in Bombay. It is followed by verb's first form, and the meaning of this is I do not live there anymore. Before his marriage, Meera used to spend. This is a very wrong sentence. We do not use we do not use span verbs. Do not use spend after verb's first form. Verb's first form in the, see again. Before his marriage, Mira used to spend a lot of his time in the club. So verb second form is wrong. We will use spend. So before his marriage, Miran used to spend a lot of his time in the club. Miran. Okay. So this is verb's first form. Now which he does not do anymore. The adjective used is followed by to and a noun, pronoun and gerund. It means accustomed. It is used accustomed. I am telling you the difference between used to, an auxiliary, and used, a an adjective. So the adjective used is followed by to and a noun, pronoun and gerund. It means accustomed. A common error is the use of for instead of to. So my wife is used for getting. This is very wrong sentence. My wife is used to getting up early. So this will be the sentence. My wife is used to getting up early. We are used for the noise. Very wrong sentence. We are used to the noise our neighbors make, though we do not like it. We do not like it. So here we are used to the noise. So used to, this is adjective and we are using to. Okay. And then here it is the noun. Remember, I want you to know very clearly that when we are using used as an adjective, there we are using the past participle form. Okay. That is third form of the verb. And I hope the difference between used to as an auxiliary and used to as an adjective is very clear.